Miss Ashley here, and happy 2021 to you. So I thought that I would do a little cooking segment, and I had a lot of apples. So I thought, what can I make with apples? Well, I thought apple cinnamon muffins, and I found such a recipe in my brand new cookbook, the complete cookbook for young chefs, 100 recipes that you'll love to cook and eat. So I will link the description and the ingredients in the box down below, so don't worry about this. So the first thing you're going to need to do to make this recipe is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. The next thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take yourself a little muffin tin and you have to spray it. So I've already done that, so we're good to go. The next thing you're going to need to have is a medium-sized bowl, and you're going to have to measure out 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which I've already done. We're going to just plop that into our bowl. Now you're going to need to take some baking powder, and it calls for 1.5 teaspoons. So get your little measuring spoons here and try to find 1/2 teaspoon. We're going to put in our 1/2 teaspoon. Then you're going to put in 1 teaspoon. So find your 1 teaspoon. There you go. We're going to just plop that in there. And now it says you're going to have to put 1/2 teaspoon of salt into this bowl. So get your little salt. Go back to your 1/2 teaspoon. Oh my goodness. Whew. 1/2 teaspoon. Get that. Oh, there you go. And put that in there. There we go. And it calls for 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So get the big guy. We're gonna put 2, oops, nope. It says teaspoons, not tablespoons. Miss Ashley caught that before, it was 2 cinnamon. You gotta make sure you read these. So 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. There we go. Yes, getting the right measurements is always important in baking, which is why I'm not a very good baker. My husband will tell you I'm terrible. But I can do this, in theory. Okay, so we're gonna mix this together. Get it all nice and incorporated. It's gonna look a bit like brown sand. It looks good on the table. Okay, maybe slowly mix it. I always get so excited, I don't know. I'm just so happy to bring you a cooking video. I just get really into it. Right, okay, so that looks like it's nice and incorporated. Yeah, I'm a messy baker. Now it says we need to get another little bowl here, and we need to put 2 cups of chopped apples. So I just made them nice and finely diced. We're going to use these. But first you need to take 2 teaspoons. Get your teaspoon out again and put 2 teaspoons of flour into a bowl. So get your teaspoon. 1. And we're gonna go 2. There we go. And then we need to put 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Find your 1/2 teaspoon. It's here somewhere. Okay. And put it in this bowl with the flour. The reason being is we are going to coat these apples. That way they have some flavor before we put it into our muffin mixture. So, give this a little stir. Little stirry. And then we're going to incorporate our apples into this nice cinnamon flour mixture. Apples. I happen to love apples. They're just a very versatile fruit. They're a great snack. I'm always snacking on apples. So, okay, mixy. Okay. Once it's fully mixed, we're just going to leave it for a couple of minutes while we move on to other parts of this recipe. So just make sure that they're nicely coated. Yep. Making a mess, making a mess. Okay. The next thing we need to do is we need to have a bowl, bigger bowl. I need to put in a stick of unsalted butter, room temperature, which I've already have in my bowl. And to this bowl, we need to add 1 cup of sugar, which I've already pre-measured out. 1 cup sugar. Okay. So then, we need to cream it. So, last time on my video, I did it with a whisk, and I told you guys that it probably wasn't the best idea to do that. So, I got smart. Wooden spoon. Alright. I'm going to try to cream this. Actually, maybe I'm going to use this one. Plastic! And we are going to try to cream this together. Remember, this is room temperature. And the directions say to cream it together until it becomes a nice light color. Alright. Remember, this is like a free workout for you. Who needs a gym? Just make muffins. Well, you might need a gym to work off the muffins, but that's besides the point. You're creaming it. Now, you could use an electric beater, but I feel like I'm really earning my muffins when I cream it together. Yeah, I'm working for it. I don't know why, but sticking my tongue out kind of makes me feel like I'm really getting in there. It's like my stirring face. Oh. Okay, so this looks like it is nice, light color. Yeah. And now the recipe says you need to take 2 eggs, and you need to add 1 egg at a time. So crack your egg into it. Okay. And you need to just, mix it together. Make sure it's nice and incorporated before you add the 2nd egg. Oh man. Whew. Okay, that looks pretty mixed up. We'll take your other egg and we will add it to the mixture here. Whee. So try not to get shells in your mixture. That's always a good start. And just take out. Okay. And we mix again. Whew. Whew. All right. It's harder than it looks. Ugh. Okay, so this looks nice and light, and airy. See that? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now it says to add a ½ teaspoon of vanilla. I don't happen to have vanilla, I use it all. So I'm gonna get creative. I'm gonna put a little bit of maple syrup in here because maple syrup makes everything better. Right? I think so. We're gonna add maple syrup. Why not? Why not? Okay. So now that this is nice and mixed in, okay, we need to incorporate our flour mixture. And it says to alternate pouring the flour in with a ½ cup of milk. So a bit of flour, mix. Bit of milk, mix. bit of flour, mix, and so on and so forth. So, get a little bit of flour here, and we're gonna incorporate it in a little bit, yeah. We're gonna mixy. Oh man. Yep, I'm making a mess. There's just no way around. Oh, yep. Yeah, try to leave some stuff in the bowl when you do this. That would be my tip. Yep. Maybe just get a really big bowl, like an industrial size mixing bowl. I should maybe invest in that. Okay, a little bit of milk. Pour this in. Okay. Woo. A bit of milk. Okay. Add some more flour. Okay, it does smell really good because I have a lot of the cinnamon flour up my nose right now, so it smells great. I think Anna Olsen has nothing to worry about from my videos. Nope, definitely not. Okay, time for some milk. All right, great, because my arm is starting to feel like rubber. Where's my handy helper? Where's my handy helper? I need a better production budget. Okay, last bit of flour. Okay. The end is near, folks. We're almost there. Okay. One more bit of this, one more bit of milk. All right. Go. Yay. All right. Okay, now it says to add the apples. Fold in the apples. All of them in there. And we just need to scoop them in. Handy helper, can I have some more milk, please? It looks a little thick. It's probably because I was just really good at stirring. That's probably why. My technique is just, yeah, we're gonna go with that. Okay, there we go. A little more wet. There we go. See? All right. So now it says to just incorporate this mixture into our muffin pan, our pre-greased muffin pan. And it says to put them about 3/4 full. So that's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna use my wooden spoon for this. I'm just gonna put a little bit in. There we go. A little bit in, 3/4 full. I mean, it smells good, so that's always a good start, I think. Okay. It's a bit too much. The dogs are circling, so. Oh. Excuse you, this is Mommy's cooking video. Okay. This is Mommy's cooking video. Mommy's trying to teach kids how to make muffins. Yeah. With no issues at all. Just the perfect, easy peasy way to make muffins. Yep. This is also like a what not to do video. Or maybe do it better after watching me. Okay, we have muffins in tin. All right. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit more on this guy. You're a little bit left out. All right. Okay, so once you've filled your muffins, we are going to put it into the oven for about half an hour. So this goes in the oven. Open this up. I'm gonna put it in. Timer. And leave it for half an hour. So I will be right back once my muffins are cooked. So stay tuned. Hi everybody, I am back and it's been a half an hour and my timer is set to go off literally any second now. So get your oven mitt on, that way you can pull, oh there we go, pull it out. Okay, let's pull these out. Okay, and we have some nice muffins. So they look really good and you can leave them like this or you can zhuzh them up a little bit. So what I'm going to show you is how to make a cinnamon sugar topping for your muffins if you like a little extra sugar. Anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to need to get your mitt. And then, let these, be careful, it is hot, so just try to lift them. I have this little handy dandy plastic, silicone, sorry, little device, just kind of gets in. Okay, so I'm just gonna plunk it down. Hey parents, you should do this if it's you want to have your child burn themselves. Like that. Yay! This is why it's nice to spray your pan too with Pam. You can also use butter, oil, doesn't have to be Pam, but just something that will give it a nice grease. That way your muffins can come out nice and easy. Otherwise you might be here all day and they wouldn't be spherical, they would be, well, some other half spherical shape. Okay, we're almost there. They smell really, really good. I like when things smell good. It's like, hopefully if it smells good, it tastes good, you know? Okay, so we pull these guys out. Let them cool for a little bit. So what I've done while these were baking was I took about 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter and I melted it in the microwave. And now we're going to need to take a 1/4 cup of sugar and a 1/4 cup of cinnamon. And a nice measure. Like that. A little bit of cinnamon too. You don't have to use a full 1/4 cup if you don't want to. I'm using maybe like half of a 1/4 cup because I think it'd be a bit too cinnamony. So just do what you think looks good. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to just make this nice cinnamon sugar. Like I'm eyeballing it. So if you think it looks a little bit too brown, you want to get a little bit more sugar. It depends on, do you feel like more cinnamon or you like more sugar? You know, I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar because I feel like it needs it. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a stir. Now you can always do the lick method. You know, you can just take a little finger. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Make sure your hands are clean before you lick them. My hands were clean because I just washed all the dishes. So make sure you have clean hands before you stick your finger in. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good ratio. And now what you do is you just take your little muffin here and you're just gonna dip it in the butter. That way the cinnamon will stick. You're just gonna taking it, just roll it around in your cinnamon sugar. Look at that. It's a nice little crust. Yeah, zoom in for it. There you go, folks. It has a nice little shiny crust. There we go. And that's all you do. You just take muffins, you just roll them around in your melted butter, and then you just smear them around in your cinnamon sugar mix that you've made to your own liking. Remember, this is your muffin. It can be more cinnamon, it can be more sugar, whatever you so desire. But that is it! And that is how you make some cinnamon sugar apple muffins. Easy, somewhat peasy, somewhat easy, very, very messy. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you are having a great start to your new year. I hope you are staying safe. I hope you are washing your hands. And I hope that you like and subscribe to the Miss Ashley YouTube Storytime channel for more great songs, stories, baking tips, and barking dogs. So until I see you again, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.